Hi friends, in this video I am going to predict one question which can come in the prelims 2023. What I am going to do is that I will pick one P by Q and I will integrate that P by Q with this year's current affairs, and I am going to scientifically predict one question which has a very high chance to come in this year's prelims examination. And the idea is not just to give you one question in the prelims 2023, but to help you understand how should be your approach towards your preparation in the last 70 to 80 days, where you can maximize your marks using the PYQs and the current affairs. So let's begin, guys. So what I have done is that I have picked one question from 2022 prelims examination, and I am going to prove to you how we can predict one question, okay, in 2023 prelims using this 2022 question. Okay, so there was a question last year on biofilms. Let us read the question. Consider the following statements. Biofilms can form on medical implants within human tissues. Biofilms can form on food and food processing surfaces. Biofilms can exhibit antibiotic resistance. Guys, here we all know that generally in UPSC, in science and tech questions, whenever there will be a word used can denotes what? Possibility. Can denotes what? Possibility. And in science and tech, generally whenever the word used is can, generally that statement will be correct. So the answer to this question will be D, option D, using my option elimination technique. Okay, that in science and tech question, whenever there is a word can or may, those statements will generally be correct, and in that case you can assume that that statement is correct and you can, okay, easily infer the answer. Okay, so I am not here to discuss this question. Obviously UPSC is not going to again, okay, repeat the same concept. UPSC is not going to repeat the concept. But if you carefully look at the question, if you read the statement 3, that biofilms can exhibit antibiotic resistance. Guys, if you have been following the current affairs, you will agree that this year, okay, this antibiotic resistance is in news. Not this year, but after the COVID pandemic, for the last 2 years, we have been talking about this antibiotic resistance, that the next, okay, the next epidemic will be nothing but it will be the antibiotic resistance. Okay, so recently also, if you see, there was a ministerial conference held at Muscat, and there was a manifesto which was agreed upon on antibiotic resistance. So in this context, I have a firm belief that this year there will be definitely a question on antibiotic resistance. So now what I am going to do is I am going to brainstorm the topic of antibiotic resistance so that you can prepare all the aspects of the topic, so that if in exam any question comes related to that topic, then you will be comfortably solving that question. So let us see what kind of questions can come on this topic of antibiotic resistance. So if you, okay, look at this, okay, diagram which I have drawn. So first of all, what you need to prepare is what is this antibiotic or antimicrobial resistance. Okay, first of all you have to understand that, okay, it is a phenomenon through which, okay, the microbes, the bacteria, they become resistant to the antibiotic medicines. Okay, then how does it happen? What is the science behind that? Okay, which is basically mutation and related concept, okay, which you need to read. Then what are the reasons why does this happens? What are the reasons which are increasing the instances of antimicrobial resistance. What are the reasons? There are various factors. There are various factors, and one among that factor is misuse of antibiotics. Misuse of antibiotics, one of the most important factor of antimicrobial resistance. Why I am highlighting this? There are other reasons also, but why I am highlighting this? Because there is a campaign related to this, which is very important, and question can come on that also. Then they can ask you on remedies. How can we control this antibiotic resistance? Okay, or antimicrobial resistance. Then a related new concept which is related to antimicrobial resistance and which is there in news after the COVID pandemic, particularly in the last 2 years, and that concept is One Health approach. Guys, One Health approach is very essential to contain this antimicrobial resistance. What is One Health approach? One Health approach is an approach where you integrate human health, plant health, and animal health. When you integrate human health, plant health, and animal health, this is called One Health approach. In the context of the COVID pandemic, this One Health approach has become very important in order to prevent any future pandemics. Guys, then what you need to prepare is the national initiatives, okay, which have been launched by Government of India in order to contain this antimicrobial resistance. Here, I would like to tell you that you need to prepare the National Action Plan on Antimicrobial Resistance, okay, AMR, and you need to prepare the Red Line campaign. What is Red Line campaign? Red Line campaign, as I told you that when I was discussing the reasons for the antimicrobial resistance, I told you that misuse of antibiotics is one of that reason. So this Red Line campaign is against, okay, against this misuse of antibiotics. Okay, this is for that. Okay, so you need to prepare that. Question can come simply, Red Line campaign is for what? Okay, they will give you A, B, C, D. Answer will be, it is there to reduce the misuse of antibiotics, basically to reduce the like the sale, the misuse, the sale of antibiotics without the prescription of doctors. Okay, next, there are some global initiatives also as far as antimicrobial resistance is concerned. There is one initiative which is very important, which is the called WHO GLASS platform. WHO GLASS platform is a platform basically for surveillance of AMR in the world. Okay, and then recently, okay, in 2023, okay, what has happened is that there was a ministerial, okay, there was a ministerial meeting, okay, in Muscat, and in Muscat they adopted a manifesto on AMR, okay, which is called Muscat Manifesto on AMR, and this manifesto basically, okay, talks about this One Health approach to check the growth of antimicrobial resistance. Okay, antimicrobial resistance. You see how you need to pick one topic and you need to prepare each and every aspect of the topic. And from where did I get this topic? I got this topic from one PYQ, which is 2022 prelim. This is a 2022 prelims. Okay, 2022 prelims, CSE 2022, and I picked one, okay, one statement from here, and then I linked to a current affairs. What is that current affairs? Muscat Manifesto is the current affairs, and I linked this, and I linked the One Health approach, which is a very important topic in the UPSC in the last 2 years, where I am expecting one question to come. As far as antimicrobial resistance is concerned, it has already been asked in UPSC twice, okay, 2 times in the mains examination, but I think in the prelims they have not asked any specific question. So there is a high chance you can expect one question on antimicrobial resistance. I personally feel if a question will come, question will be focusing on this GLASS initiative or the Muscat Manifesto or the National Action Plan on AMR or the Red Line campaign, okay, or on the One Health approach. Okay, this will be the question. Generally, question will be focusing on these things. So guys, if you like my analysis, if you like my predicting techniques, okay, please hit the like button and please share this video with your friends. Guys, the more you encourage through your likes and comments, it motivates me to make more and more such predictions. Guys, as I have promised you in the past that this year I will be predicting more than 70 questions in the prelims examination. I will use all my all my experience of cracking the prelims examination, not just once, not just twice, but 6 out of 6 times with a very huge margin. You can see here it's a very huge margin. And guys, I can tell you, when my techniques can help me, okay, in my all 6 attempts, then why will this technique not help you in just one attempt? Okay, so guys, you just need one attempt to crack the prelims, and why not this attempt itself? So guys, here I would like to tell you, please read my Optima notes. Okay, the Optima notes is one of the most comprehensive notes which you will get on current affairs, which integrates both static and current with backward and forward linkages. And please solve my Optima test, which are only based on important topics which are important for this year. So guys, thank you, bye bye, take care, and God bless you.